Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Bri and this is going to be your very special July 2019 love reading. So the reason why July is such a special month or an important month is not only do we have Mercury retrograde this month, but we also have the eclipses. So this is going to be a particularly very interesting month, okay? So this is going to be your love reading. Make sure you also check out the life reading as well. Today's love reading, we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be doing two different spreads. So we're first going to do a single spread for those of you who, aren't necessarily dating anyone, but you want to know, what's in store for you this month when it comes to love. Just a PS, Mercury retrograde can bring back old lovers, so we'll see if that comes up. And then the second part of the reading, we're going to do, my favorite you and the other person spread. So if there is someone in your life, if there is someone that you're particularly interested in, then you're going to want to watch that. So you can certainly watch both, but one of the messages may resonate with you a little bit more, okay? So there may be timestamps down below, or you may just have to fast forward to find that second reading, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm so super excited about this, so let's see what the most important messages are for the month of July. All right. Okay, so most important messages in love for the month of July 2019. This is going to focus on singles, please. What do singles need to know about their love life in the month of July? What can they expect? What do they need to be aware of? What do they need to focus on? Singles. Okay. All right, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to lay the cards out face down first. We're going to do 3 different rows. So the first row is going to be the beginning of July, the second row is going to be the middle of July, and then the third row will be the end of July. Okay, bottom of the deck, we've got the 9 of Cups here. So I think all the retrogrades that we've had, there's been so many retrograde planets and all the crazy eclipses that we've had over this past year, I feel really good about this particular eclipse. And the reason why I say that is I feel that collectively those who are single have really come to embrace this season in life. And with the 9 of Cups here, I really feel like those of you who have been single, for a while, or those of you who have recently become single, or those of you who, have just had a lot to work on, I feel like July is like, it's a point where all of your hard work, all of the learning you've been doing, all of the healing you've been doing, it's like it's all paying off. It's all coming together, or you're going to really figure out why it was necessary for you to be single, or why it was necessary for a particular breakup to happen, or why it was necessary for a certain relationship to not get off the ground, okay? We have the Ace of Cups underneath this. And so with eclipses, this certainly is a time where new relationships can begin, and not necessarily that you and a particular person go exclusive, but that it's a time where it's like the beginning of something that is long lasting. And eclipses are things that affect our life. Okay, these eclipses can change the outcome of your life. So I'm definitely feeling that some of you may either meet someone during this eclipse season who initially it doesn't really seem like that big of a deal, but actually may turn into something bigger than you think. Now, the other caveat is that it is Mercury retrograde. So this could be someone returning from your past, okay? It could be an ex-lover. It could be, you know, someone you dated, like I said, where things just kind of didn't really get off, or it was bad timing, or it just wasn't the time. Because what I'm really feeling from this is that let's focus on you here. You've grown up a lot. You've learned a lot. You've matured a lot. There maybe were areas of your life that you had to focus on. You know, maybe you've had to deal with some personal challenges, okay? And these personal challenges that you've had to deal with actually have made you a better partner. So for example, you know, perhaps you had some type of fear, you know, a deep-rooted fear, a deep-rooted insecurity that you've been able to work on. And now that you've been able to work on it, it just makes you a better potential partner. You see what I mean? So it's like in the past you were, not that you weren't a good partner, but like now you're an even better partner. Or now you're a lot happier with where you are in life, or you're more secure, or you're just more confident. And because of that, it's opening up an opportunity, or it's allowing you to connect with someone in a deeper way than you've ever connected. For some of you, this could be a Scorpio person. Okay, this could be a Scorpio for someone who maybe moves really fast, but also is, you know, quite, I feel like someone who is quite strong, like someone who's really very straightforward. It's like if it's a Scorpio, it feels like a Scorpio who is very blunt and straightforward, but with that, you know what you're getting with them. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a Scorpio. It could also be an air sign, but it definitely feels like it's someone who doesn't play games, someone who moves quickly, but they know what they want, okay? And again, in the past, you maybe weren't ready to deal with a person like that, but maybe now where you are, that's kind of more what you want. You maybe in the past have dated people who were wishy-washy or flaky or ghosted and things like that. And it's like you're at a point now where you're like, I would never even put myself in that situation. But maybe you did in the past, okay? So I feel like there's a great maturity that's leading to more opportunities in love, okay? So let's look at the beginning of July. Now, Mercury goes retrograde on the 7th, okay? So keep that in mind. We have the Strength card in reverse, and this card came out before the reading. We have the Temperance card here, and we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, so interesting here with the Strength card in reverse. Let's go ahead and pull a clarifier there. But what I feel from this is that beginning of July, okay, interesting. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, it feels like the beginning of July. Before the retrograde, this feels like before the retrograde. It's like there's this period of time where I feel like things slow down for some reason, or your mind starts slowing down. I feel like that shift, that internal energy that Mercury retrograde brings, it starts happening, obviously, the beginning of July, right? That's when Mercury goes retrograde. And I feel like what you understand or realize during this time is what's really going on inside you. So if you've been having, over the past couple of weeks in June, if you've been feeling a little off, if you've been feeling a little not like yourself, if you've been feeling, hopeless or stressed or whatever that is, any type of negative emotion that maybe isn't native to you, I feel like once Mercury starts retrograding, you're going to really understand why that is, okay? There's a deeper reason to your outward discomfort. So if you're having some type of discomfort in your life, the beginning of July, you're going to really understand what that discomfort is. And again, because of the maturity you have now, you understand that nothing external from you, like another person, is not going to solve the internal problems. Only you can solve the internal problems. So I am really seeing the beginning of the month, this shift, this turn that is happening to start looking within. There may be something that happens, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. There may be something that kind of happens. This also, I think, to me, represents the eclipse energy as well. I think it really starts taking hold. And because of that, I feel that with the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Strength card in reverse, I feel a lot of external energy that you've been putting out, because the Eight of Wands, we know, is very fast, very outwardly. The Strength card, again, is a very outwardly card as well, or it has that Leo energy to it. I feel that all really turning within. And because of that, there's going to be a lot of internal unrest, okay? And remember, that's what Mercury retrograde does, is it takes all of the outwardly communication stuff and it brings it all inwardly. So your mind's going to be really active and you're going to be thinking about a lot of different things. So at the beginning of the month, if you feel a little bit like strange or off, or that you don't really know how to think about things, just realize that's what's happening, that's normal, that's okay. Don't freak out, okay? I feel like this beginning part of the month here, you're not really going to be thinking a lot about love. You're going to be thinking a lot about yourself. But thinking about yourself is love. Okay? Thinking about yourself is love. So let's look at the middle of July. We have the Empress card, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Coins. Wow. Okay, so middle of July, and in the month of July, I feel like there will be some type of decision that you're going to have to make here. Now, when it comes to a retrograde period, it's really not the best time to make long-term decisions. Okay, it's not the best time to make long-term decisions, or your thought process, your decision-making process is not as clear as it normally is. But I almost feel like in the middle of the month, there's going to be some type of decision you're going to have to make. Whether that has to do with another person, or it has to do something with yourself, which is what I feel with the Empress card. There's going to be some type of decision you're going to have to make. What I'm getting with this Empress Two of Swords here is that I feel like some of you are really going to commit to being single and commit to working on yourself and to commit to becoming the best person you can be, and really focusing on your energy. Because what I feel from this like first part here is that a lot of you have been maybe like putting a lot of external energy out there, trying to find people. Maybe you've been on dating apps, or maybe you just have had a lot of people around you, or you've been seeking outside of yourself. And I feel like come the middle of the month, as we start really getting into that eclipse energy and Mercury retrograde energy, I feel like you're going to be focusing more on giving yourself the things that you're not getting. That's really what I'm getting with the Empress card. Is the first week you're gonna be able to identify, like, okay, I desire a relationship because I realize that, for example, maybe you don't have anyone to talk to. So the real reason why you want a relationship, when you really get to internally get inside and really get down to the bottom of it, is you really find out, I really just don't have anyone to talk to. And so you're seeking to fulfill that need outside of yourself. So come middle of the month, you maybe find a way to fulfill that. And then once you fulfill that, I feel that some of you are going to realize that spending time single or being single is really not the worst thing, and that there are things that you need to work on, because if you don't work on them, you're going to project them onto a partner. So I feel like for some of you, you're going to really make the conscious effort to commit to your self-love, to commit to your own development, to commit to yourself, is what I feel. And that might be a commitment that you make during the retrograde period, and that might, be a totally different story come August, but that's kind of what I feel there. With the Four of Coins here, it feels like you're just kind of keeping your energy to yourself, and that might be necessary. I also feel that for some of you, you might have someone come back from your past, and you have to really think if you want to even engage with this person. Because I think normally you would maybe engage with this person, but again, if they're not offering you that, like, true value, I feel like you're not willing to give this person your energy. This may be someone who you've given a lot of time and emotional energy to in the past, and you may kind of say, like, thanks for being here, thanks for showing up, but I'm kind of just focusing on myself right now. So I kind of feel like that's a predicament that a lot of you might find yourselves in the middle of the month. And again, I feel like if someone does come in the middle of the month, it's not that you're like, okay, no, this will never work. It's just that you might be a little unsure of what this person's intentions are, because it is Mercury retrograde. They might think that, they want to be in your life, or that they can be this person for you. But I feel like you're just going to be aware. And that's going to cause you to take a step back and not jump into things, okay? I feel a little bit of like a cautious energy. Let me figure this out for myself before I get into something that hurts me or drains me. Let's look at the end of the month here. We have the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Fountain card. Yeah. I really feel that, like there's something that happens in the middle of the month here. And obviously the Two of Swords is about a decision. That's in the center of our reading. So I do feel, and of course, right, you've got to make a decision right in the middle of Mercury retrograde. Not good. And if you received my Mercury retrograde advice, particularly for Libras, especially, you're going to want to be really cautious about making decisions. You're going to want to wait until after the retrograde period, and even after Mercury goes out of shadow, before you really make a decision here. But I feel that with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups, whatever this is, whatever comes up in love, you're going to be sitting on it for a while, and I see it starting here with the Four of Coins, but then you're going to be sitting on it with the Nine of Swords and Seven of Cups, and I feel that there's an anxiety there. There's confusion there. Someone may bring you an offer middle of the month, or someone maybe seem very promising middle of the month. But I feel like your gut, your intuition is going to kind of be like, yeah, let's wait here. Let's kind of see here. This person may kind of pressure you. They may kind of like want to, yeah, you might feel like this person is pressuring you, or you might feel pressured by the situation. For example, I feel for some of you, if someone from your past comes back, this may be someone that you really like and someone that you really cared for, and maybe really, really wanted things to work out with this person, and they come back, and your initial instinct is going to be to latch on to them. Because you might be afraid that they're going to go again, or maybe you're not going to hear from them again, or they're going to ghost you again. That may be your initial reaction. But what you want to do is say, if this is someone who is serious about me, who really wants to be in my life, they will work on my timetable. They will be understanding, and they would be willing to wait for me to be sure that this is what I want to do. But you are going to be thinking a lot about this. No doubt about it. The final card of the reading here is the Fountain card. So I feel like ultimately what you're learning this month about your singleness is that being in the present moment is so important. If you really focus on your present moment and making the present moment right and thinking about what makes sense in the present moment, that's going to help you to make decisions. I feel that the anxiety or the fear that comes with this person is that they may not be making an effort to step into your present moment reality. So like I said, like we saw the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and now we've got the Nine of Coins, which is again another card about being self-satisfied, is that if someone isn't willing to make the effort to meet you where you are now, or come to your level where you are now, they're probably not a good person. You may have known this person in the past when you were a totally different person, and now you may be this evolved person, but perhaps this person hasn't evolved. Perhaps they're still the same. Perhaps they're still bitter or angry about what's happened in the past, or they kind of maybe haven't really done anything with their life. They're just still living the same life. And at the time that you knew them, they were like great and you were like totally about them, but now they may not be doing anything spectacular, and they may not be willing to meet you where you are. So I feel that there's going to be a part of you that's it's going to feel comfortable with them because you know them and they're familiar, but again, I feel like this person may not be where you are. You may be very content and very happy with where you are and really ready to push forward. We got the Fool and the Seven of Wands here, you know, like you're looking for this. You're striving for this. And so if this person isn't there, if they're not pushing for that, if that's not what they desire, you might find that continuing to do your own thing, continuing to be happy and content with yourself is where you need to be, okay? So don't necessarily, just jump at something initially. Really take the time to suss out and get a really good idea for where this person is and if they're really who you need them to be right now in the present, okay? All right, so that is the reading for my singles out there. I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Let's go ahead and get into our couples reading or our specific person reading. So, go ahead and think about who you would want to learn more about. Who is the other person? I want you to focus in on that person right now and ask a question. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? What do you need clarity on? Are you more interested to know how this person thinks and feels about you? Are you trying to figure out if it's going anywhere? What do you want to know? Okay. Most important messages for the other person, you and the other person. What do you need to know for the month of July? Eclipse season, Mercury retrograde season. What do you need to know about this other person? Okay. All right, same thing. We're going to lay the cards out face down. Okay. So this top row is going to be you, bottom row is them. These can be switched, so you just want to listen to the messages and apply them as is. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Coins here. So I feel like the energy between you and this person is balancing out. Okay, if things were lopsided, unbalanced, if one person was putting in more effort, either one person is decreasing their effort to match where the other person is, or one person is stepping up their effort to come to the level of another person. So your overall energy, we have the Death card. Their overall energy, we have the Seven of Cups. So what I feel like, what it feels like here is that you may have been the person who was putting in more effort, who has been consistently putting in more effort. And I feel like you're putting an end to that now. You're definitely stepping back and pulling back your energy, putting your energy more on yourself. And as you start to do that, as you start to refocus yourself on yourself for this retrograde period and the eclipse season, as you start to really hone in and dial in on what it is that you want and need in this present moment, that might be starting to take some of the energy away from this person here. You might not be directing as much energy or putting as much importance or putting this person as high on a pedestal or expecting so much from this person. And as you do that, I feel that this person is starting to see that, is starting to recognize that, and it's making them think, what do I want to do? The sevens are a point of contemplation here, and this is on the emotional level with it being cups, is trying to figure out, where do I stand emotionally? And what do I want emotionally? This person's at a crossroads. I feel that whatever they've been doing, whatever situation they've been in, they're at a point in the road where they're either needing to really fully commit to whatever path they're deciding to take in love, or they're needing to change path. So for example, if this person is in a relationship. They're either needing to say, okay, I'm fully committing to this person who I'm with, or I'm going to start making my exit out of this relationship. Or I'm fully committed to my singleness, or I need to start exiting out of my singleness and working towards a relationship. So let's see how you both are currently thinking right now. We have the Four of Swords for your person and the Ten of Coins for you. So the way that you're thinking when it comes to love and relationships is that you're looking for stability. You're putting an end to instability here. With the Two of Coins and the Fool underneath this, you know, you're looking, or you're moving in a direction towards there's going to be more balance in your life. So you're looking for more long term. This person has the Four of Swords here. So again, this is another card of contemplation, of needing to figure things out, of needing to take a step back and understand. This person this month is really needing to connect with themselves and really figure out what's going on in their head and their heart, and meditate on it and pray on it and get guidance from God. That's where this person is at. I truly feel that this person is, from what I see so far, is, you know, really confused about what they want out of love in general, no matter what their current scenario is. Okay? Let's look at how you're each feeling. You have the Strength card, and they have the World. So for you, I feel that, again, you have more of a long-term mindset when it comes to love and relationships. You're not thinking about love and relationships for the short term. How can I satisfy my needs for the short term? You know, you're looking more about looking at the big picture, and you realize that the big picture is going to take time. A strong relationship takes time to build that foundation. And I feel that you're mentally aware of that. You're mentally aware because perhaps in the past, you've taken the shortcut route. Perhaps in the past, you've cut corners when it comes to relationships, or didn't do your due diligence to make sure that things were stable. So I feel like now when it comes to love, you're making sure that there's a strong foundation. And with the Strength card here, I feel like there's this sense of patience and this faith, knowing like when the time is right, the time will be right. Whether it's this person or another person, I feel like you're more willing to wait for what is right, not what is right now. You want someone who shares this stability, this mindset with you. So if that takes time, I feel like you're willing. Now, this person has the World and how they are feeling. Like I said, I feel that they're at a point where they can't really keep going on the path they're going. A situation may be changing that is totally out of their control. Okay, I really feel that this person right now is out of control. They don't really have a lot to they don't have a big say in what's going on in their life right now. Like I said, for some of them, I feel like they might be going through a breakup. They might be going through a divorce. They might be losing a job, losing a career. Like, they've got to make a switch. They've got to make a change here. And likely with this being during the eclipses, this is a very fated change. It's something that needs to happen in their life. But again, I don't think that they maybe didn't see this coming, or they weren't prepared, or they're just very unsure about how they feel about it or what to do. So when it comes to how they feel right now, what they do know is that something is ending and something new needs to begin. So let's see how you both feel about each other. So how you feel about them. We've got the Page of Swords and how they feel about you and this connection with you. We have the Fountain card. So I feel like for you, the way that you feel about them or the way you think about them and the connection is, I feel like you see a future with this person. Like I said, you're more future-minded and you're thinking more about your long-term plan. You know, what do I want out of a relationship? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You're looking to build something. You're looking to create a life with someone. And I think when it comes to this person, you definitely can see it, right? With the Page, this is obviously a very, not naive thought, but an optimistic thought, a positive thought. You know, it looks good. Like if you idealize it, it looks good. It looks like something that can work out. Okay, so they're definitely someone who you could see in your path. For them, with the Fountain card, the way that they see you, and this kind of ties back if you watch the singles reading, is that if you're a part of their present moment, like if you're presently dealing with this person, like if you and this person are in communication, if you and this person, you know, see each other or are actively dating right now, then I feel that for those particular people, this person really enjoys that time in the present moment with you, okay? If this is someone from your past, I feel like you may not currently be in their present moment right now, okay? You and this person may not be in communication. You may be in separation. You may live in different cities, different states, different countries. They're dating someone. You're dating someone. You're married to someone. They're married to someone. This person really likes what it's like when they're in their presence. They know that when they're around you, everything is easy. Everything is really nice. You might be on their mind, but it's almost as an escape from their present moment, right? They're definitely going through a transition here. Many people during eclipse season are going to be going through some transitions here, so understand that. So I feel like you're someone who this person almost like escapes to. They either escape to you in their mind, or they escape to you. Maybe they actually escape to you. Maybe you guys meet up and you hang out, and when you're together, things are amazing and it's incredible. But this person is thinking more about the present moment. So let's look at the challenge here. We have the Eight of Wands for you and the King of Swords for them. Okay, so the challenge for you is about communicating very clearly and openly about what it is that you want and need, and also not moving too quickly. So this also kind of plays into the singles reading as well, which is about taking time to make sure that the people that you're involved with, the potential people you're involved with, or the people you're thinking about, or the person you're watching this video for, that you're taking your time to qualify them and not rushing into things or wanting this person to fit what you desire for yourself. So that's what you're going to have to do this month. And remember, it is Mercury retrograde, so you're not going to be thinking as clearly. You're not going to see things as clearly. You might have a tendency to want to move really quickly. Your mind's going to move quickly, so your heart's going to want to move quickly. So you have to make a conscious effort to slow down this month and really think and really be smart and really make good decisions. For this person, we have the King of Swords. So their challenge is also going to be being very upfront and very clear and impeccable with their word. The King of Swords normally is someone who is very direct and very blunt and very straightforward and knows what he wants and is very clear about what he wants and has no problem communicating that. This person this month is going to have a hard time doing that again, and this is air energy. Gemini is an air sign. Okay, air signs, particularly your mutable signs, might have a very difficult time being very direct and clear with their speech. So keep that in mind with this person. The big thing to take away here is that you're thinking more long term and this person thinking more present. So though you may be having good present moment interactions, they're not really thinking at this time about where that's leading to. Okay, so in the extended, we're going to clarify these cards. We're going to look at the actions to take. We're going to look at the outcome for both sides. We're going to pull oracle cards. We're going to look at how the messages that come out for each of you and messages from this other person to you, what they would want to say to you and what they'd want to tell you. So if you've been resonating with this and you want more information, then you're going to want to check out the description bar down below and follow me into the extended reading. Now, what I am doing is I am offering a monthly subscription for my extended reading. So if you're someone who always buys my extended readings, you really like them, and you just want to get access to all of them, they will be sent to you directly, okay? So instead of having to pay for each one off, you're just going to get all of the extended readings for one price every single month, okay? So the link for that is down below if you want to subscribe to that, and you will always get all of my readings. The option is going to be down below, okay? All right, so a couple of quick announcements before I head out here. The first one is that I am currently holding a sale for Mercury retrograde, so if you want to know more specifically what's going on with you, I'm offering a 15-minute session for $29.99. So if you just kind of want a quick reading to kind of get a little bit of insight for you for the retrograde period, or if you've never gotten a reading with me and you want like a really quick introductory reading, I highly recommend checking out that sale. The next thing is that I am offering free 30-minute success sessions. So these sessions really aren't good for love readings, but they are really good if you're someone who is, just trying to get your life in order. If you're trying to work on time management, you're trying to work on goal setting, if you're trying to work on, maybe starting your own business online or budgeting, things of that nature, having someone to talk to kind of just like talk about what's going on inside your head can be really awesome. So I am making myself available on Mondays and Tuesdays for anyone who has any questions, who's needing any help. And again, those sessions are totally free. So if you want one, go ahead and grab those while they are available. And then the last thing I get a lot of questions about is my tarot course. So yes, my tarot course is for sale. You can purchase it. It was a live course, but I recorded the whole thing, so you can buy all of the recordings and you can go through them at your own pace anytime you would like. And there is an option there to add on email coaching if you want a little bit of support from me, and you can add on phone coaching if you want further support from me. So all of that information will be down below for you to check out. So this was only the first part of the reading, so this was the love portion, so make sure you check out the life portion. I hope that you found this helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care, and please make sure that you reach out to me via my contact form on my website, www.brirising.com/contact, if you have any questions or concerns, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I finished one course of my semester. I had a class that was just a half semester, so now I only have 2 classes for the rest of the summer, so I've got a little bit more time to do some readings. I definitely miss you guys, so I'm going to be sending out good stuff, so make sure you guys are keeping up with my emails. Alright, thank you guys so much for listening, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to hear from you guys very soon. See you guys over in the extended. Bye.